Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Andrew Holochek, philosopher, historian, and Thomas Jefferson scholar. And today I'd like to talk to you about Thomas Jefferson's religious views, specifically how Jefferson thought about the use of reason in divulgence of religious truths. So the title of the talk is Fix Reason Firmly in Her Seat, Jefferson on Reason and Religious Reform. In Notes on the State of Virginia and in several other writings, Thomas Jefferson is clear that free expression of reason is essential for divulgence of religious truth. Reason and free inquiry are the only effectual agents against error, he writes in Query 15. Give a loose to them, they will support the true religion by bringing every false one to their tribunal, to the test of their investigation. Now, the sentiment here is that there is one true sectarian religion, and reason can be used in its disclosure. In an advice-giving letter to nephew Peter Carr in 1787, he tells his nephew to begin inquiring thus into religious matters. Fix reason firmly in her seat and call to her tribunal every fact, every opinion. Carr is to weigh customary beliefs against his knowledge of the workings of nature, after guiding Carr through some particulars Jefferson has. You must lay aside all prejudice on both sides and neither believe nor reject anything because any other persons or description of persons have rejected or believe it. Your own reason, he adds, is the only oracle given you by heaven, and you are answerable not for the rightness, but uprightness of the decision. The sentiment here is that reason is the right tool, the only tool for assessing religious claims. John Coleman, in his 2000 essay, Diamonds from Dunghills, it's a fine essay, offers a précis of the ratiocinative program Jefferson had in mind. Drawing from Jefferson's discussion of free inquiry in religion in Query 15 of Jefferson's notes, he writes that free inquiry would contribute to the reform of religion by separating the diamonds of primitive or rational Christianity from the dunghill of revealed religion, with the result of forging an alliance between religion and free inquiry, religion being a subordinate partner in that alliance. He continues, bringing revealed Christianity before the tribunal of reason and free inquiry would restore primitive rational Christianity, thereby securing religious liberty in fact, not just in theory. Now, Coleman is correct to note that the process is one of restoration, though he fails to amplify on why that is the case. He is unfortunately also silent concerning just how Jefferson saw that project. His title, however, inevasively draws us to those letters in which Jefferson describes the stripping process he used, plucking diamonds from dunghills or dung heaps, in constructing his versions of the Bible in 1804 and later in 1820. Others, too, argue similarly. Eugene Sheridan states, for Jefferson, human reason, not supernatural revelation or ecclesiastical authority, henceforth became the sole arbiter of religious truth. Thus, through rational investigation, he came to believe in a supreme being who created the universe and continued to sustain it by means of fixed, mathematically precise natural laws. Richard Samuelson, taking a Stoical Cartesian tack, says that truths for Jefferson were clear and distinct. Quoting Jefferson, that belief is the assent of the mind to an intelligible proposition. Samuelson adds that any truth that could not be discovered clearly and distinctly to the human mind by the empirical method was, by definition, not necessary to the good life. Charles Sanford, drawing from Jefferson's Notes on Religion in 1776, states that the Savior, following Jefferson, chose to propagate religion by its influence on reason. Earlier, he states, reason results in a stronger religion than faith in revelation. Sanford also includes a section titled, Religion is Known by Reason, in its first chapter, and that says everything about his view of Jefferson's religiosity. Finally, Edwin Gouston writes, quoting Jefferson in an 1822 letter, of the progress of reason in its advance towards rational Christianity. Now, such passages are customarily misconstrued by scholars interested in Jefferson on religion and free inquiry. What's the misconstrual? All scholars neglect to say anything of the moral sense in ferreting out Jefferson's views on religious truths. Jefferson states unambiguously in a large number of writings, for example, one to Peter Carr in 1785 and another letter to Thomas Law in 1814, that we come to grasp morally correct action by feeling or sensing, not by reason. And that is consistent with the moral sense and moral sentiment literature that Jefferson read and appropriated. He also states unambiguously, for example, in a letter to James Fishback in 1809 and in the same letter to Law in 1814, that the truths of religion are just the truths of natural morality, i.e., love of and duties to God and love of and duties to others. And so, if the truths of morality are morally sensed or felt, then too so are the truths of religion. What then is the role of reason in ferreting out religious truth as each of us senses religious truths and morally correct action? And here is the crux of the matter. Jefferson's point in Query 15 and in numerous other letters concerning Christianity, consider specifically and especially his syllabus as an enclosure in the letter to Dr. Benjamin Rush on April 21 of 1803, is that Christ's actions and teachings have over the centuries been corrupted by religious zealots, moved by empleomania, that is political ambition. Much has been added to what Christ taught in an effort to becloud what is manifestly intemperate, manifestly simple. Jefferson's repeated appeal to reason in his many writings is not for the sake of direct disclosure of the truths of religion or morality, but for the sake of weeding out, of plucking out the countless fabrications or corruptions that are artificially conjoined to the teachings of Jesus. In short, reason is a tool sufficient for deracinating religious falsehoods, for pulling them out, and their fatuities, the metaphysical entrapments of religion. And what remains, what survives the deracination of reason, will be the core tenets of religion, duties to God and to man. Thus, the process really is one of restoration. If you would like more, if you'd like to read a copy of this essay, go to my webpage, www.thomasjeffersonsage.com, and there you can find a written copy of the essay, or you can, access numerous other writings I have. I have nearly 100 writings there on all sorts of aspects on the thinking of the great mind of Thomas Jefferson. Thank you.